Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series, we will go back to where it all started. And this time round, we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way. Today we are in Chongqing, China for the Hold My Hair challenge, which entails eliminating one of our targets via a drowning kill. So for today's challenge, the only item we'll need to be bringing with us will be some coins. Everything else is available on the map, and we will be starting at the riverside walkway, and as always I have my silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to put down this umbrella and get soaking wet and make our way along the balcony here, or the walkway along to our right, and we're just going to follow this around until we come to the rear of the restaurant, which will just be ahead of us now. And if we look over the right hand banister of the walkway, we will see a young lady desperately trying to remember the code to get into the ICA data facility. You can, if you so wish, just vault over, avoid the young lady, make your way straight inside. The code is 0118, but I find it's just easier to wait for her to remember the code and follow her inside. It is a slightly longer method, but it is the easier method. We don't have to avoid her spinning her head round like she's possessed or anything like that. We can just follow her in, and once we get to the stairs here, she will turn to her left, and we can then make our way veering off to the right over the balcony, and then over the balcony ahead of us once again. And we are now down into level 1 of the facility, and down here we're going to pull out our camera and we're going to opaque the windows of the restroom just on the other side of the corridor there, scoot across the corridor, and we now need a analyst disguise. Now usually you would go for the analyst in the restroom because he is easier to get to, but we need all of the people in the restroom to remain there. So we're going to use our coins and set a trap. Now this never ever seems to work for me, but we're going to place one coin in the storage room just over to the right hand side, one coin just outside of the door, and then we're going to throw our third coin out into the corridor to get the attention of one of the analysts who are hanging around out there. As you can see, I threw that coin way too far. He never saw the second coin. So if this happens for you as well, what we want to do is retrieve the coin just outside of the door, and we're going to drop it just outside the door, but we're going to have to wait for one of the analysts to make his way over from where they are at the window. He will come over to the right where there are some chairs, and when he makes his way to the chairs, we can then throw the coin, and he will then spot it, come over to investigate, and he will then see the other coin in the storage room through the glass doors. So he's just about to sit down. We've dropped the coin. He has heard it. He's coming over to investigate, and he's now spotted the coin inside the storage room. A bit of a long-winded way of getting an outfit, but it will come into fruition shortly, as we can't use the gentleman in the restroom. We actually need 6 people in that restroom. Now I don't know if the developers have changed this recently, but without having the restroom full of people, Imogen Royce will not go and be sick in a toilet. So once we have the gentleman in the cupboard, we can collect up our coins, take his outfit. We're going to move into the bathroom, collect the rat poison, and then add that rat poison to the ventilation system, and then from here we're going to go and put everybody in the work area on a break. So we're going to need our camera for this. So we're going to make our way past the restroom, just past the corridor doors. We're going to stop and use our camera to opaque the window. That will block the camera. It seems Imogen is in her office at the moment, so we can make our way straight past. We're going to hack all 3 of these work terminals here. So 1, 2, and finally number 3. There goes Imogen in the distance, so we have missed her on her loop. We will be waiting around for her for a little while. But what we've done there is we've sent everybody onto a break, and they're going to make their way into the restroom, and that will take our total in there up to 5. And when Imogen actually arrives to berate them and send them back to work, she will make number 6. So here she comes now. Now we want her to say her little line about getting back to work just before we trigger the air conditioning unit, making everyone sick. We're just going to turn that off again, and we're hoping that Imogen will be one of the first out of the door. In fact, she is first. So she's going to make her way to the security room toilets. So we're going to run around the long way because we can't get through the other door unless we follow Imogen through, and we'll probably end up being trespassing. So we're just going to again stop briefly to opaque the hallway window to block the camera, make our way into the security room, and then around to our left and into the toilets. And Imogen and one of the other restroom patrons will be heading this way. Now luckily for me, I believe it's in the Piano Man challenge where we use the same method. The guard doesn't actually follow Imogen, so we can make a very, very quick escape. But today he has. So we're just going to quickly drown Imogen in the toilet.
Good. That's both targets down. I just need to override this, and I'm in. You can get out now and I can take care of the data remotely. Unless you want
So with Imogen down, you want to grab the level 3 tier dongle that she has before leaving, and we can then use the ICA data center exit. So a relatively quick and easy one, but we will be waiting around for a little while in it, just waiting for Imogen to go through her routine. So there we go, one more challenge taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.